Welcome to Sound Service. I'm Staffan, product specialist at NORD, here to show you the NORD Piano 4 and to play a little bit. All right, so again, we're talking about the NORD Piano 4 today. It's the fourth generation of the NORD Piano series and builds on the NORD Piano legacy. So of course, we have a great keybed, the triple sensor keybed with heavy or grand weighted action and what we refer to as the NORD virtual hammer action technology. So the goal, of course, is to provide as realistic a piano playing experience as possible. Coupled with the other NORD piano features like the string resonance and the pedal noise, we get really close to sitting down at a real grand piano and playing. We've increased the polyphony by a great amount, so we now have 120 voices for the piano. So it's essentially a no compromise piano experience. So what are the triple sensors? Essentially, what the extra data that you get from that enables is a bunch of techniques that you couldn't do otherwise, like playing from further down the key. If you're doing repetitions, it helps with that and gives you more of a legato playing. So striking a note, you can restrike it again without bringing it all the way up. And when you're playing, of course, you're not thinking about that is what is happening, but it really helps with the realism and the immersiveness of the playing. So then, as you to that add the string resonance features, for instance, the piano sound becomes even more realistic. So string resonance is a phenomenon that happens in acoustic pianos. Essentially, if you're pressing down a key like I'm doing here now, and I'm striking another key in a related key, I will get resonance in that key. And this all interacts as you're playing to create really rich piano sound. Another element of the string resonance is that we actually use the proper pedal down samples. I'm gonna switch to a different piano sound, an upright sound now, which has a really nice example of that. I'm playing now a chord without the pedal pressed down. I'm pressing down on the pedal and playing again. There's a really rich ambience to the sound, and this, coupled with the sympathetic string resonance, really helps create a harmonic richness again. So, other new features for the Piano 4. We've added to the piano section smart dedicated equalizer settings. So if I quickly wanted to make a sound, let's use this upright sound again. If I wanted to make this sound a bit softer, I could just press a button for that in the piano section. If I want it to be more mid-heavy, I press the corresponding setting for that. So, or brighter. So this helps out live if you can't quite hear the piano in the mix or something like that. You just press one of the mid or bright settings, for instance, to make it stand out more. or if you feel that like you want to take it down a little bit, just use the soft setting for that. So the best NORD piano playing experience so far is what the sum total of this is. I mentioned other new features. What we added are the seamless transitions that were introduced with the stage 3. This means that you can hold a chord, switch to another sound as the chord is ringing, and you will not get any cuts in sound. So, holding this chord, pressing the other program, and I can start playing. And I can go back and forth between programs like that. So, of course, really nice live, because you don't have to be too afraid of when you change the program, and really nice when you're sitting down and playing as well, because it helps tie everything together. So that is new. Another new feature is what we refer to as the split crossfades. What this lets you do is, for a split that you've set up, in this case the synth section here and the piano section here, a bass sound and a piano sound. Normally I would just have a straight transition between the sounds, piano, bass. But with this transition, I can get it to transition over a range that I decide if I want it to be a long range with the large setting or a smaller range with the small setting. So in this case, I'm using the large setting. So this allows you to do creative things, of course, blending sounds together in a new way, or just helps you be be a bit more confident about playing around the split point. So in this case, with the bass and piano, I can use this transition creatively as I'm playing. So it's something that's been introduced with the NORD Stage 3 previously, and it's also on the Electro 6, but something that became really popular among users, and it's quite obvious why, because it's such a nice feature to have. It makes splits a lot more fun, in my opinion. So other new features, the sample synth section has had its memory increased to half a gigabyte, 512 megabytes. So you can fit a lot more samples in there now. And of course, it uses samples from the sample library 3.0, which has just a huge selection of different sample sounds. The same goes, of course, for the piano that you have on our website, nordkeyboards.com, the NORD piano library, where you will find grands, uprights. You'll have digital pianos, electric pianos, and a bunch of different categories where you can just decide what content you want in your instruments. You can use the grand pianos that you like, and when we release something new, you can try that out and always keep your content, the content fresh in your machine. So the NORD piano library is something that we're really proud of and something that we keep adding on to continuously. So one of the newer categories, as an examples of recent additions, is the layer category, where you have sounds layered together, digital and electric piano sounds layered together, which sounds really nice and rich, and it's something that you can't really do on the instrument itself. So here's an example of the Ballad EP. And another thing that you can do now, which actually this program uses, is that with an attached control pedal, you can control the volume of any section that you want. So if I had this nice piano sound, I could also add a pad with the foot pedal when I wanted to bring that in. So bring it out really easily. The control pedal can also be used for the effects section if you wanted to. For instance, the pan effect could be control pedal controlled. So with the same ballad EP sound now, I can have an increasing amount of pan. I'm turning off the pad just to show that. So here's how you do that. Let's bring in the pedal and you get the auto pan feature. So there are several ways to sort of build on the sounds, performance features that let you create a really immersive, really organic and playable sound. Of course, another element to this, speaking of pedals, is a NORD triple pedal, and which I'm using right now. And what this lets you do, it enables the pedal noise feature for the piano. So as I press the pedal, I will hear the sounds of the actual piano pedals being pressed. It also, of course, features a soft pedal and a sostenuto pedal in the middle. So lots of nice features to play with, and of course, increased polyphony, the triple sensor, virtual hammer action keybed with the grant weighted action. It just the sum of those factors are a really nice and playable instrument. Thank you.